Hello disc golf friends, Frolf is back with the back nine of the lead card in the MPO of the 35th German Championships in Salzgitter. I hope you liked the front nine. I also hope you will like the back nine. It is exciting, and we have a 2 strokes lead by Timo Hartman, and we also have here my co-commentator whose last name you might have heard before. Hello, Mr. Dave Lizotte.
I also have a 2-stroke lead.
Whatever
that means. Whatever that means. Yeah, it's great to be back, or still here, having a look at the back nine, and the players are still the same 4 as the front 9, but let's have a look at them again.
Yeah, it's Timo Hartman, the only amateur, the former juniors champion from last year, with only a 2-stroke lead in front of this guy, Marvin Tetzel, Germany's highest ranked player these days, I heard. And number 3, it's Dominik Stampfer from the south of Germany. You can see his club, Albuch. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this place before. Very nice guy. And last but not least, Victor Braun, member of the very famous Braun family. You would think the Lizotte family is the only famous disc golf family we have in Germany. No, we also have the Braun family. It'd be interesting to find out whose family has won more titles.
I'll just stay out of that.
Thanks to our sponsor.
I'm not going to look into the archives for that.
Hole number 10, Dave. Hole number 10. It's the signature hole, I think.
Shall we talk about the little cabin that the basket is in?
It is the easiest hole, as you can imagine, but it's also a very fun hole. And if you miss this hut, you shouldn't.
You're gonna be challenged with a very difficult putt, even if you're 2-3 meters away from the basket. You're gonna have to throw some kind of a little turbo or something. But most players are gonna be looking to get an easy birdie off this hole because it's a 70-meter putter throw.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, I guess that's the way he practiced it. That's the way he did it.
Here we go.
And he's
Perfect.
on the basket almost. So that's,
you need to birdie this hole if you want to play with the big boys.
Hole,
Me, well, that was it would be probably the only hole I could birdie. I think I have birdied it before.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
This hole.
Yeah. A couple of years ago I played Salzgitter.
Yeah, I never played this hole, but I'm confident I would birdie it 6 times in a row.
Yeah,
so
take
that to the bank.
That's what Dave just said. I would say it's almost bullseye, but it will be a very tight putt. You'll see. Let's see how the lefty in the group will solve this problem of the hidden basket.
And also a little left to right, and he's right
that should
there
be a
as well.
problem.
It's just,
yeah. If you're behind the hut, you have to turbo putt. That's the only choice you have. And if you've never turbo putted before, you might have a problem.
There's a bit of assistance from the hole for aiming. I mean, you don't have to aim for the basket. You've got this entire hut to aim for, and it's only 65 meters away, 68.
It's very short. So, you will see what I was talking about.
Yeah, here's
if you
Marvin.
See
he's got to go.
Timo putting. Marvin should solve.
He was out to this side.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he had to go over the edge.
Luckily, Timo is not a short guy.
Yes.
So, Dave, you would have a problem with this.
I would have a problem with this.
Yeah, Timo does not have, but it is tricky he decides against the turbo putt, I think, but he needs to
which is kind of risky.
Yeah,
he's looking to see if he can get in around the corner. Because it's risky to...
It looks easy, but it's also tricky. He needs to putt this. But he does.
Not only because it's important to make the putt, but it would be outrageously embarrassing.
That's true.
To miss a 2-meter putt in these circumstances. So, no foul, no harm. Everybody's gotten through with their birdies as expected. And,
we will continue and...
go on to hole 11.
With a 2-stroke lead by Timo Hartman. and a 2-stroke lead by Dominic over Victor.
Hey, Dr.
in
Delay,
fight for the
that's
third.
you with the camera.
Oh, was it? Did you see me?
Yes, and I just saw a little advertisement for the Hemstetter Disc Golf Club.
Okay, that's nice. Well, let's talk about hole 11. Straight shot with a very tight green.
At the end.
Tight green. Yeah, tight green at the end.
Yeah.
95 meters. I would say you pretty much need to
Throw
take
straight.
the birdie.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
true.
also another hole where,
95 meters for them. I mean, that's
yeah,
almost a must birdie.
it is almost a must birdie.
Yeah, but it's
the
tight.
green is very tight.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there is wind. You don't see it that well. You do see the trees on the right there. It is moving a little bit. So,
You can see it at his shirt,
on his shirt,
actually.
yeah. And
So this is the first
Dominic has
supposed
one
to be straight
fading
shot.
in. Oh, he's attacking the camera.
Yeah, he attacked Alex, and a lawsuit has been filed.
Okay. Okay. But he's on the green.
Yes, that should be a problem for Dominic, who's a very experienced putter.
Yes, well, they all are experienced putters, and we have unfortunately seen, shall I say, many missed in the circle putts.
A few, but probably under the circumstances that this is the final,
Yeah.
you know, and that's
Ma-
interesting because he needs to scramble. It will
Yeah.
be a difficult putt.
Yeah, Marvin was hoping that would fade a little bit more
Yeah.
right, stayed straight, got caught up in the bushes, so he's going to be hampered for his birdie look.
Yeah, I remember last year's final, which was more a fight to survive the round than really.
Oh, that's right,
win
last
the
year's
trophy.
final with the rain, right?
The only guy who actually was playing like it was a regular day on the golf course with nice weather was the winner Fabian Kauner.
Yes.
All the other really had serious problems with the circumstances. Another drive which went straight to the bush. We'll see if Victor can solve that problem.
Yeah.
Marvin has seen, Timo has seen Marvin's mediocre drive, if I might say. And if he parks this throw, he will regain his
That's
third
fading
lead
off to
stroke.
the right, and he's gone
he
in
does
the bushes.
the same
yeah.
thing. He does the same thing.
Yeah, and I know, sitting here and watching and everything, you think, well, it's only 100 meters and it's a straight shot, but it's like well known to everybody who plays disc golf. A straight shot is certainly not the easiest shot to do in disc golf, is it?
Is it? It is.
It is not.
That's true. And well, let's talk like we're pros
Okay.
ourselves. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense.
So Timo's got to get down on his knees, one stretched leg to get in, just to have a look at the basket. And no, there's just
Yeah, he could only.
It was difficult to get any power on that putt. So
Now that's exciting. If Marvin can putt this very difficult putt, it will be only a one-stroke lead with
which is half of
6
two,
holes to go. Was it
interestingly
7
enough.
holes? 7 holes to go. He takes his time and bangs
nice
it in.
Putt, great putt. Oh, what a
Now we're talking. It can't be much more exciting than it is already. It's a one-stroke lead for the very young and nervous amateur Timo Hartmann in his first very big final versus the very experienced Marvin, who has never won a title but has a unbelievable ranking of 1,043. I would not know if I would bet on Timo or Marvin. It's exciting. Also the fight for third place between Dominic and Victor.
Yeah, Dominic just had a very solid putt, and then we'll see if Victor can also. Victor's hit the basket again, the cage down low. Seems to be a little bit of juice missing in his putts today, which is unfortunate because he can put on such a good show. But yeah, some days you're on, some days you're off, and it's great that he's made it into the finals. And it's just unfortunate that he can't put on the show that he's hoping to do.
True.
Because he can put on a show, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
All the Braun players can put on a
They show
good
players. Hole number 12.
Should I say it?
Yes, please.
All right. 210 meters. I don't even remember this hole. It's just basically straight again, right? I don't really remember this hole. Maybe you can
I am
give me a
not
hand with it.
100% sure
Oh,
if that's
this one.
a
Now I know
relatively
which
new
hole
one.
this is. Now I know which
It's
hole
like
this
an
is.
island.
It's
The
hard
green is
left
like
to
an
right.
island. The path in between is OB.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out if you put your drive on position or if you attack the green.
Yeah,
We'll see.
the thing is that you can see where the people are standing, and that's only about 70, 80, 90 meters away.
Yeah, because you
and
have
that's
to go around
where
the
the
corner.
fairway curves to the right, so it's
Yes.
a pretty sharp right angle. And to get the disc this distance and to stay in the fairway is very difficult, as you can see right now. That's one shot OB.
It is the second most difficult hole on the course, and as I said, you really need to position your drive. You put your drive in a perfect position so you can attack the island green. We'll see.
And it is very hard to hold a. Looks like a beautiful shot from Marvin.
It is.
And
That's
there
a
we go.
perfect
That's
position.
the shot you want.
He needs that so he can attack. Yeah, you can see now there's the island hole.
Yeah.
And he needs to attack the island.
It's still a good 90 meters away. The hole from where he landed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So again,
A little
Victor
advantage
has a
for
little,
our
he's upset about that. Something
bouncing
happened.
lefty.
Oh, and he just went
And look at this. This is what needs to come back, and
That
it
didn't
did
come
not.
back. Which is upsetting because it is a
It is
little bit of an advantage for a left-handed player here. So
Right.
Victor did not manage to take advantage of the hole.
I find it interesting that Timo chooses a sidearm.
Okay. It's certainly
To
more
fight
controllable
back.
than a long Anheuser.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a very
That's
hard
a very
to
good
control.
position, but he's further away from the island hole. Victor coming back from you can see that's we're talking at least 100 meters from there.
Yeah.
But he puts it.
Out of bounds on the right.
Yes, sir.
But he made it all
Unfortunately.
onto the island, apparently.
Yeah.
I was a little confused with the ruling on that island, but if you make it over the road inbound, and then it goes out of bounds, you play from where it is and not from
Right.
the drop zone.
Correct.
Is what I've understood. And Dominic
That's a perfect approach.
is actually, in terms of points and playing right now in the finals, I believe he is playing the best right now in terms of how much have you played during the front
That's
and back
true.
nine
Yeah.
here. So
That's true.
would have been exciting and interesting to have him in the hunt, but he's now 10 strokes down and there's only 8 holes left.
Yeah.
So
We almost missed Marvin's approach, and it's in the circle, but under those circumstances, only another
so
6
Victor
holes
is
to go
playing from
win
the other side. Okay.
So maybe your rule was a little different.
That's okay.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah, I
didn't
don't like
follow that.
rules
I was
anyways.
I apologize. I was really focused on the second camera because I'm not as good as our first cameraman Alex, and I wanted to deliver some usable pictures.
Now there was an important. You can
Here we
see how
go.
happy he is.
Now
Timo's just
the pressure's
thrilled about.
back on. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
And
needs
this-
needs to go in.
yeah. Also for birdie, a very important putt. Ta-da. Oh, he just sneaks it over the
Yeah,
edge.
sneaks it in.
Yeah.
But that's Marvin. That's Marvin. He is always super focused. He's almost zen. I'm not sure why I'm saying this, but
Well, whatever. It's
Well-
always good to say he's almost zen. Just
Yeah.
put zen in any sentence. It's going to be good.
okay.
It's going to be zen. You know.
All right. Here we go. Hole number 13, Dave.
Hole number 13 is, as they say, only 92 meters, but it is behind a huge hill that slants from right to left. All these flags are because there were wasp nests or bee's nests in the ground, so that was a relief area. And the basket is also on the slope of the hill going downwards, so they got to go over this hill. The basket is unfortunately blind.
And let it not roll down.
And not let it roll down. Although the grass was thick enough that there weren't huge rollaways on this hole.
Yeah.
And we won't talk about how many rollaways happened on the next hole.
Yeah, a little too short for Marvin.
Yeah.
His sidearm drive. So let's see if Timo can make it better.
It's difficult throwing at a basket you can't see.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
That's the roll.
There's the
that's
roll.
the roll
That they don't have.
Yeah,
that was
here's
only
the roll.
4 or 5
so
meters.
both leading players will have a putt from circle's edge, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see if one of the other two players can solve this problem better.
There, and that's a good
That's
crank
more like
from
a
Dominic.
classic drive for Dominic.
Oh, and he's
And almost put it in. Yeah.
Good
He was
throw.
attacking, but he now had a
of course
comfortable.
he has to attack now.
Well, he now had a comfortable lead in front of Victor Braun,
Yeah.
and as far as I can tell, those guys were not following the results that much.
Okay.
If Dominic and Victor would have known that one of the players from the chasing card, Benedict Heiss, was actually coming close. But we're talking about the fight for the bronze medal.
Yeah, I've often pondered about the benefits or non-benefits of looking at scores while you're playing a tournament to see if you have to.
Oh,
I don't know. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna play better?
I don't know.
Or
I think
be
that's
more aggressive,
That's a very
or-
individual decisions. I
Yeah.
have talked to guys who try to avoid looking at the score at all times, and I know other players who, like to count all the time.
Oh,
so I think
an air ball for
it's-
Timo.
Yeah, it's an individual decision, and
Yeah.
probably also depending on if it's a fun round, a championship round, or a skins game. Who knows?
Yeah,
He's a nice birdie.
A really nice birdie. Mm-hmm. I've always taught my children, who all of them now play, that during a tournament, don't talk about your score during a tournament.
I
with
think
anybody.
the majority would do that.
Yeah. So
I can only
Timo's-
do that on courses I'm not familiar with. If I play one of my home courses, I always count and always count.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
Results
actually
of other
talking
players.
during a tournament, talking about your score
No,
with
that you
other
shouldn't
players
do.
that you
No.
meet on the course. Hey, how you doing?
That's true.
And it's like,
let's see if Marvin comes back. He needs to. Yeah.
oh, he made
He
the par.
plays
Good
par.
for
He
him.
plays the par.
Okay, so nothing changed there.
Nothing changes on hole number 13. I think we'll.
Dominic
we'll
just
see.
had the birdie, right?
Dominic has the birdie.
Good for him. Yeah.
Victor.
Victor also
yeah.
birdie. How did he get so close?
I think it was the camera position. I don't know. It looked much further away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, great
so
throw from
actually-
Victor and Dominic,
Yeah, 2 birdies. Now,
who
hole
are
number
feeling
14.
no pressure right now.
Hole number 14, the third most difficult. No, sorry, the third easiest hole. On the
Yeah, interestingly enough, third easiest hole with the most potential for rollaways. It's hard
True.
to tell. It's hard to tell from this camera angle, but you'll see it when the boys are putting. And I personally saw a few players have double rollaways.
Oh, yeah.
You're within 5 meters, you hit the
Yeah.
basket, roll to 10.
Putting for birdie, ending up with a double bogey
Oh,
just
yeah.
because it rolled away.
We all know that feeling. We
Yeah,
all know
we have
that
been
feeling.
there. Well,
And you're
let's
like,
see.
why'd they put the basket here? Because it makes it fun. 'Cause
Yeah,
it makes it
why
fun.
not? Let's see. There's a 1-stroke lead for Timo Hartmann, the 16-year-old guy
And that's the mistake.
who's still a
that-
junior and an amateur.
The camera angle does not do justice to how much of an angle that basket, how much of a slope that basket is right beside.
That's true. That's true.
It looks relatively low there, but it's really steep. Like, you gotta bend over to walk up.
I like the perspective with the garbage bag on the left.
Yeah, and this
I'm
is
responsible
also
for that.
nice for left-handed because you're going
Yes.
from the slope to the flat.
Against the hill. Yeah, you can do that.
So
And
Victor's put it a little short, but
his drive was in bullseye.
all right, Marvin.
Here we go.
Time to park.
Yeah, only 5 more holes to go.
And that's looking okay. Good angle to skip a little bit.
Yeah.
And it skips. And, goes a little long, huh? He's out
A
of the
little
circle.
long, yeah, a little
he's
long.
Gone out of
Circle's
the
edge.
circle. It's difficult sometimes
Well,
to
it's
dial
Timo's,
down.
Yeah, it's Timo's chance to fight back and regain a 2-stroke lead. Very controlled, very focused,
Oh, and he
but
goes.
it skips down.
Yeah,
so
but he's
pretty
still in the
much
circle,
same.
so yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same putt for Timo.
Okay, who's up first? Dominic is up first. He's gone the furthest down the hill. He's got an uphill putt, probably with bit of headwind,
Yes.
but only a bit. You don't see his shirt flapping all over the place. So they were lucky enough to not have.
Well, some parts
A huge
of the
headwind.
course were covered by the trees and some weren't.
It's called protected.
Protected. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately.
he's upset with that. That should have been a
Well,
relatively standard putt for
He's
him.
an ambitious guy. He wants to secure his 3rd position. And that's...
Not good. Those have
this
to go
might
in
be,
if you want a
This
title.
might be an early decision. Who knows? I don't know. And
There
he
we
comes
go.
back.
He's
Here
really
we have
happy with
a
that.
2-stroke lead, but it's still 5 holes to go.
Yeah.
And he does hit the basket, but I think in a
Yeah, it's
friendly
also
way.
a momentum thing. You
Yeah.
know, you got your opponent who's just
Yeah.
missed a putt. You make the putt. You
Here's
go from
Victor
one
with a
stroke to
30.
2 strokes, which is a
Right.
huge
He did
difference.
know that by you know. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
they
sure.
would
I'm
not
sure he knew
follow,
where. Yeah.
But Victor was caddied by Oliver Möllermann, who's also has won several titles in the Masters and Grandmasters division. Interesting. Why not his father? Thanks to our sponsor, Disc Golf Store Berlin.
So it is okay to talk over advertising.
Well, about this sponsor, yes.
Okay. All right. Hole 15. Again, tucked into a little corner in the woods. A very tight green. Uphill slightly. 81 meters. And again, slight left to right would be advantageous. Otherwise, just straight. And it's difficult to miss the bushes on the right. And that's why there's probably going to be a couple of sidearms. And, of course, the left hand from Victor.
It is the last
here it
of
comes.
the easier holes on this
Yeah.
course. So, Timo and Marvin, they both need to birdie this hole.
Yeah, Victor parked.
Victor parked, Marvin, Timo, I mean. If Timo parks this one, more pressure on Marvin and vice versa. I really like his sidearm.
Yeah. Oh, got a bad
It's a
bounce.
little short.
Yeah, that was upsetting for that kind of a bounce.
But
Also, because
shouldn't be.
that disc that he chose is generally a pretty good. Will generally skip 5-6 meters and give you a little roll at the
Okay.
end. It's that's FD3, I believe, is the Doombird, and it seemed to have just gotten stuck there. So it was a perfect throw, but it did not have a perfect ending. And Dominic seems to be coming in a little sharper. Yeah, there we go. That's
that's
right
perfect.
next to the basket.
There's a second park disc.
Yeah. And
Here
Marvin's
we go.
also going for the sidearm,
Yeah,
which is the most advantageous approach to this
if he
basket.
parks this throw, he can win. He might be able to win a throwback.
He should
but
put it
he needs
in.
to park it.
He should put it in. Oh, that doesn't look good.
It looks
that
good.
Slipped out. Yeah,
And
that slipped
that's
out of his hand.
Big mistake.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Marvin. That.
And he did a roller. We could not film it perfectly. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I know, but that's a beautiful escape.
He had to do a cut roller, and it was a perfect one.
Yeah.
But
There's
Timo
another birdie,
loses
another
his
stroke.
chance, and he's back on a 3-stroke lead. And there's only 3 holes to play.
And we all know anything can happen in one hole.
He hasn't won yet.
And the nerves start to come up, and I did hear stories that he was not paying attention to scores at all.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if he realized that he's now 3 strokes ahead of Marvin or not.
We have 2 more difficult holes to come, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
And we do have,
Actually, 3.
a very young gun. I'm sorry, 3 more difficult holes are to come. And we have a very young gun here.
Okay, you said difficult holes, right?
Did I say? Yeah, they are difficult.
Yeah, and I sort of said actually 3. You said 2 more difficult holes, and
2 more difficult and a mediocre hole, I would say.
I think
we both mean the same. Hole number 16.
Hole number 16 is a sharp dog leg to the left, surrounded by OB. The green, as you see behind that basket behind the rock, and
the path is OB.
If the path is even further than the green itself, I don't know. It was really close, and it's a very tight. Shout out to Ralle. And so this is again a placement shot.
A placement shot.
And you don't want to go in the bushes. Mm-hmm. It is very tight up there. It's only about 20 to 25 meters wide, 100 meters away.
Yeah, it's difficult to
but you want to get up
yourself in a good position as a lefty. This needs to come out,
and it
did not.
So
3 holes to go, and Timo throws his disc into the bushes. I'm not sure if this will be another chance for Marvin for a comeback.
And Dominic looks what appears to be a perfect throw right in the middle of the fairway.
That's a perfect position. It's a relatively easy hyzer approach if you forget about the OB path, if you just ignore it.
Yes, but I do remember that even though it's not that visible, I know that the approach to that green was completely open to the sea, and the wind was howling.
That's true, yeah.
Off the water. Mm-hmm. And so you got an approach where you're coming in with a spike hyzer, basically. Mm-hmm. And very difficult to judge the speed and how much to the right you actually have to play it.
Yeah, and
so here you can see what
very interesting scramble.
What the rough in Salzgitter is like.
True.
And it's like avoidable at all costs. So
yeah.
Looks as if Victor's going to be trying to get out with some form of roller just to get out, or maybe he's going to give it a little bit of juice to get within jump putt range. Okay, well there we
couldn't
go.
follow it, but
couldn't follow
it was difficult to follow it. I apologize for the bad camera.
And that must have been Timo.
That was Timo's scramble.
Yeah.
So he has a very good chance to save his par. Yeah, you can imagine the sea on the right, and
that's right there.
For most foreign viewers, you might not know this. We do have crocodiles in this lake, German crocodiles.
That's what Salzgitter means, right?
Yeah, Salzgitter means German crocodile in the Latin language. Here we go. That's a very, very superb approach. Very close to the OB path.
Very close. Close to the OB path.
Definitely putting range. Marvin might be able to gain a stroke back.
Yeah. So as you can see, even if you have a pretty optimum drive, you still got this tricky little shot, and maybe the wind wasn't blowing that hard for these guys. I know I was there, and I saw sometimes the wind was howling, and it was just impossible to. And who's that? Wow, what a nice throw. Was that Victor?
Yeah, that was Victor.
Oh, what a beautiful throw that was.
Victor was too fast for the camera. We did miss 2 of his 4th throws. I really apologize for that. This needs to go in.
And it does.
But no problem in front of the gallery. So, as right now, Marvin will gain a stroke back because Timo can only putt for par now.
But I'm confused with Marvin's birdie here, to be honest. Because he was in the bushes.
No.
Oh no, he wasn't. I apologize. Can we edit that?
No.
Edit
you
everything.
have to pay attention, or you will not get paid.
Edit everything I've said until now.
Yeah.
I'll go home and do it over. Actually, there I am, sitting in the background, right behind Dominic, right now. Hello. It's weird to be here and there.
True. Hole number 17.
Hole number 17 is a slightly downhill, 110 meter, slightly left to right. You got that leaning tree about 10-15 meters short of the basket. And to the right of the basket, there's a couple of open spots that lead directly to the water. But it's far enough away that generally it doesn't come into play. And obviously if you throw far, but like overthrow the basket by 150 meters, then you're also in the water.
True.
But as we've seen so many times on this course, the players are going to the forehand, the right-handed players. And
That's
Dominic
very close
manages
to
sneak by.
Yeah, the German crocodile-infected lake. Or you can actually see the Frolf flag on the right side. Also, the wind should blow from the other side. So you have to read it from right to left. Marvin needs to birdie this hole if he wants to keep his chance.
Yeah. And he's
that is
in
close.
the circle.
Is in the circle. Usually not a problem for a player
of his caliber.
Yes, sir. This is a lefty hole, so I'm sure Victor will be able
and
to.
It landed short and got a great
Yeah,
skip, but
approaches
he's
the
caught
lake
up
as
in
well.
in the bushes.
Or you can go with Dominic. They can both fight the crocodiles. That's exciting. Timo cannot just finish safely. He needs to play risky.
He's got to keep his foot on the gas at cruising speed.
And that.
Oh my good lord! That almost went in.
Rolls into the bushes.
Yeah.
But not deep into the bushes, and we'll see if we can save his birdie from there. That's quite a distance for Dominic, and a little too low. But he has secured his third position towards Victor.
Redemption putt, Victor. Come on. There we go. Great
very
putt
nice
from Victor.
Putt. Very nice putt.
Oh,
yeah,
so
he likes
he's
it.
He's thinking, finally, I made a putt like I can.
Well, Marvin needs to put this in.
This is a must-make for Marvin.
He needs to birdie this hole. And he does.
And he does.
Very well. Well, there's a little controversy coming up because we already have taped this a long time ago, and we did a German commentary. Watch this putt closely. I will not give away any more because that's not our job.
Falling putt. Could be. If he's inside the circle, that was a falling putt.
Could be. I am not judging this. Frolf is not in a judging position, but there was a controversy going on if it's a falling putt or no. I think you guys who are watching this should decide by your own. It was not complained by other players. It was not complained by the TD. Let's focus on the last hole with a 2-stroke lead. It's almost a victory for the guy who might have made a mistake. Who knows? Hole number 18.
We're not judging, right?
We're not judging. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to put one last point onto
I'm
that
not giving away my.
hole 18.
I'm not giving away my opinion. I don't know.
If it was in the circle, it was a falling putt. Nobody saw it. Nobody said anything. It doesn't matter
So it
now.
counts.
So
that's the rule. That's the rule.
Yeah, it just people play as they keep on going. I mean, obviously, if someone had seen it, they should have said something, and then he would have had to putt again, right? I mean, there's no stroke. You just have to do the putt again.
Right.
And I don't think it really would have made any
Plus,
difference
even
anyways.
if we would have, even if he would have lost a throw, then it would have been, just a one strokes lead. We'll see.
So here we are on the last hole of the German
this
Championships, 35th
Marvin
German
needs to
Championships.
attack full time, and he does, and it's a perfectly thrown disc. Call drive. Can't be done better. So I think Timo must make a huge mistake if he will go into a sudden death. But he can play safe.
All right, Victor.
Yeah, it's not a
last
lefty
drive
friendly.
of the,
It's not a lefty friendly hole.
and I do believe this is not the first time, but I don't very often see left sidearms from Victor.
No, he's an old school player. He doesn't
but he's
play
got
a lot of
very
sidearms.
solid sidearm if you can pump it out there 112 meters. So,
True.
which is
Well,
far
Timo can now
enough.
play safe, or will he attack the hole for the gallery? We'll see.
He's probably thinking just three more throws. It's all good. Just get it out there.
He didn't seem to like it, but
No.
it's safe enough.
Yeah, he doesn't need to right
Yeah.
now at this point. He's got a two-stroke lead. Last hole doesn't really matter what Marvin does anymore. Timo's got an easy approach and a tap in, hopefully. And here's Dominic with a really high throw. So he's got some juice on that, and it's coming in sharp and
Yeah,
sticks.
very nice.
There we go. That's the easy layup. Nothing can happen anymore.
No,
It's over for him.
That's professional play. You don't take any risks by
No,
now.
not at this
he
point.
has won by now. And if you ask me, in case you want to ask me or Dave, if Timo will be the youngest winner of an MPO Championships, no, he's not. Simon was 16 when he won, and a guy named Andre Betea, hi from here, Andre, he has won when he was 15 years old. This was
good Lord.
2004. I have asked him exclusively last night because I said it wrong in the German version. I apologize for that. Victor,
Dominic had a
gallery,
great
come on.
last putt, by the way, just now.
Yes,
Out of the circle.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
about this,
That's okay.
that I was talking too much.
Ooh,
Ooh,
air ball.
Unfortunate putt for Victor. Now he has to come back, and he misses again. Well,
There was nothing on the line for Victor anymore, so he's sort of a little bit in give-up mode, I guess you could say. And I'm surprised he's not finishing off, but anyways, doesn't matter. Marvin's up
Not
for
really.
what we assume is second place,
yeah, true.
unless
A very-
someone jumped in from
a
the
very
catch
solid,
card.
a very solid round. Victor ended up on 5th place, and I had given away Benedikt Heiss, who actually ended up on 4th place.
Yeah, and here he is. Here's
And
the
he is the winner of the 35th German Championships.
2020 German champion, Timo
Timo
Hartmann.
Hartman in Salzgitter. 16
He
years
was
old.
so
He is
relieved. Look at
still-
that. You can see the
he
relief
is-
on his face. He can't believe it.
An interesting fact, I think I've mentioned it before, he is still an amateur. He has never won any prize money. This might change in the future. Who knows if we will see him on international tournaments in the future. I think he should. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, Dave.
Thank you.
This was,
Thank you all also for watching and clicking and liking and
here's the
subscribing.
scores of all the 10 top players, except for your son Simon, who couldn't be here. He's injured right now. Well, get well soon, Simon, from here. And I hope you guys liked it. I apologize for my bad English, but I Hope you did understand me. There is an interview at the end in German, so you can practice your German. Dave, you already know German, so
I didn't realize David Hasselhoff Jr. did cameras.
I know. We're very close friends with him.
All
well,
right.
thanks for watching. Thank you, Dave. I
Yeah,
really
it's been a
enjoyed
great time.
the commentary.
Great time.
Thanks, guys. See you next time. This was Frolf.
35. Deutsche Disc-Golf-Meisterschaft in Salzgitter. Sie ist zu Ende und sie hat einen Sieger, einen überraschenden Sieger. Mein Geheimfavorit war jedenfalls Timo Hartmann. Ich gratuliere dir.
Danke.
Na? Hast du damit gerechnet?
Nein, absolut nicht. Am Anfang, ich habe die Namen gesehen, dass wirklich jeder da war. Letztes Jahr in Neuss hat der Marvin gefehlt und noch ein paar andere Kandidaten. Und dann das Rating von Marvin mit 1035 habe ich gesehen und natürlich absolut nicht. Das war die erste DM, die ich als Open absolviert habe und mit gerechnet absolut nicht. Mein Ziel war Leading Flight, damit ich hier gefilmt werde. Das war mein Ziel. Ja, und das ist in Erfüllung gegangen und ja, ich bin glücklich einfach.
Vielleicht, falls es nicht alle wissen, wie alt bist du eigentlich?
Ich bin 16.
Kann man am Bartwuchs erkennen?
Ja, ein
und nicht
bisschen.
ganz meine Klasse, aber dann
Ja,
kommen wir
also
noch.
da kommen wir hin.
Und nächstes Jahr verteidigst du den Titel?
Ich gebe mein Bestes. Also ich glaube, die DM ist ja in Freiburg, soweit ich weiß. Ja klar, ich fahre dahin und ich werde alles geben, dass ich den verteidige. Ja, absolut.
War spannend, dir zuzusehen und war wirklich ein spannendes Finale. Und ja, wir hoffen auch, dass wir nächstes Jahr dabei sind und vielleicht sehen wir uns dann wieder im Finale.
Ja, das wäre alles schön. Danke.